Hi, I'm Randy from the Arizona Paranormal Society. I'm the tech guy. Just wanted to show you a little bit of behind the scenes of what we do, going over audio, going over DVR, some of the equipment that we use, as well as the evidence that was obtained from this last investigation in Phoenix. There's many different ways of doing your audio if you happen to capture something. I like to use Goldwave. It's a little bit easier program than Audacity, I believe, but a lot of people like Audacity also. So when you're going to analyze your evidence, sometimes you'll hear something, and what you'll do is you'll want to actually make marks, and you can cut these sections out. Once you cut the sections out, then you're able to go in and adjust the volume on it, do some noise reduction if you have to, whatever you have to do to make the EVP come out a little bit more clear. Okay, here we are with the DVR. Analyzing the DVR evidence is sometimes a little tricky. You can watch all four programs at once, or all four cameras at once if you'd like, or you can actually watch one at a time, which I kind of like to do all four because you just never know what you're going to catch, and it also helps instead of having to go back over each one separately, which sometimes in some cases we've had to do that. The DVR is a great tool if you're going to go investigating. You need to have as many cameras set up and as much audio as you can set up as possible. The DVR has caught a lot of weird things for us, and we've just been really happy with what we've gotten in the past and up to date. There's several different types of audio that we use. Some I've invented myself. This is the TLD. This is a TAZPS listening device. This thing can capture EVPs 65 feet away. I can hear actually people outside of a house talking. You can capture just about any kind of audio you want with this thing. There is also our stationary audio that I like to use this a lot. This is an omnidirectional microphone. It has a battery supply into it that goes into the digital recorder. This thing captures really good ambient audio, and I've caught quite a few EVPs with that type setup too. There's also the wireless microphones. Everybody knows all about those. They're good for sitting in small places that you can't really get into. If you can't put a recorder there, then you can always put your wireless microphone there. This is also another little setup that I've made. What this is this is a zoomed in microphone. So I can place this in a room, and basically it's an audio beam recorder is what this is. And it captures quite a few EVPs also. A lot of other tools that we usually use on investigations are electromagnetic field emitters. This is my favorite one, the ghost meter. I've caught so many interactions with this thing, it's just pathetic. It's only like $30, $35 I believe, but it's probably one of the better meters I've had. Everybody knows about the digital. This thing is awesome. One little hint though, when you're out there investigating, hold it this way, because the beam reads this way. You hold it down like that, you're not going to get it. If you hold it up like that, you're reading the actual EMF that's coming straight at you. Another favorite of mine is the K2. We've had a lot of interaction with this thing too. I put a switch on it because, quite frankly, the button takes a toll on your thumb after a while. A lot of people will put a coin in there. I just find it's easier to put a switch on it, switch it on, switch it off. Got quite a few of interactions with this thing too. Another little fancy tool is the ELF meter, extreme low frequency meter. This thing I've attached an antenna to for the probe. That way you can kind of walk around, set it in a spot, extend it out from where you're sitting at, and see if you can actually catch anything with it or not. Another little tool that I really like is the Ramsey trifield meter. This thing is a do-it-yourself, build-it-your-own from Ramsey. It's a really good meter. I really enjoy using it. It does read electric, magnetic, and RF frequencies. So, and it's cheaper than spending, you know, $150 on a really good tri-field meter. This one right here was like $65, but you put it together yourself. There's over probably 200 parts inside this thing that you had to solder in, but it's awesome. It's a lot of fun to do because I enjoy doing the tech stuff, and if you enjoy doing you know, building things, creating things with your hands, then that's a nice little project for you, and it's cheap. The $130 tri-field meter works awesome. It's a little bulky though, but once you find a place for it, you can usually just set it down somewhere and keep an eye on the meter, and you'll actually see it move and stuff like that. So another little favorite device is the ion detector. This little machine picks up ions that are in the air, and it'll give you a reading as well as a green LED that lights up when ions are getting close. It's our belief that ions are produced by the ghost. So in a haunted house, if you're standing there and you're holding it and the ion detector starts going nuts, which we've had it do before, then good chances are you've had something pass in front of you, or there's something standing there. Then you can immediately bring out your EMFs and all the other stuff to investigate that little situation. Temperature. There's non-contact, which has a laser. I like this. It has a lit up display on it. It does tell you just the non-contact, or the contact of like a wall, an arm, a hand, a seat. You know, you can actually hold it on there and see what the temperature changes are. Now this is a non-contact thermometer with a probe on it. This little thing is awesome. It has a IR, an infrared thermometer on it, and as well as a stationary non-contact probe on it. This little thing, you can pick up a hot spot and a cold spot just like that. It'll tell you, and I recommend getting one. It's not that expensive. It was about $70. They do have other ones that you can get. You're looking upwards for a gun type with the K-type probe on it. It's going to run you about $140, $160 maybe. But for the ghost hunter that doesn't have a lot of money, this is the best thing to do. So, one more thing that's really important is a camera. You can use a 35mm, you can use a Polaroid. We love the digital cameras, let me tell you. You can capture as many pictures as you want with these things and dump them all on your computer. You can zoom in on pictures, zoom out on pictures way quicker than waiting the standard 3 to 5 days to get your pictures back from the picture place. One of my favorite machines that I like to use the most is my video camera. What I've done is I've retrofitted a shotgun mic on it with digital audio recorder because I hate carrying it around. You get all sorts of noises when you carry audio in your hand or a microphone in your hand. I like to put this thing on here, and I have caught 95% of the best EVPs I've ever got with this mic and this audio. I have an IR light so you can see in total darkness. This camera also has an IR light on it. It has 3 different levels of night vision on it. It has a zoom in and zoom out microphone and a pretty nice screen. Let me tell you, if any piece of equipment that you ever thought about buying, you need to buy a video camera if you're going to be in ghost hunting. Alright, well, I've went over some of the equipment that we use. We do use a lot of experimental equipment that I don't really want to show anybody yet. It's all still experimental. But we have been getting a lot of great results with this new equipment that we're using. I just like to say thank you for watching our videos. If you haven't, watch them all. They're all on YouTube. We have 16 videos right now on YouTube.